At Nelson Land Management, we have several ecosystems, broadly speaking, that we deal with. There are many, many ecosystems, but I'm going to only speak broadly about 3 right now: wetland, prairie, and woodland. Here we're in an open woodland. This is an area that the crew and I have already worked, and if you notice, there's a lot of space between the trees. What we are shooting for in an oak hickory woodland is 50% canopy cover. So 50% shade, 50% light. It's fall, but we still have all the leaves on the trees. And you can see there's a lot of light coming down. In a forest ecosystem, we're talking about 70 to 80% shade. When we're in a forest, we're trying to convert it to this third ecosystem, the woodland ecosystem. When we go into prairies, these are areas that are 100% grass, forbs, and other herbaceous species. These are not areas with trees. Sometimes there are shrubs. But in every case that we work on, we are there because there's a problem with the prairie or the woodland, and we have to take species out. There are non-native invasive species, and then there are native invasive species. What we've been doing here today is almost 100% native invasive species. These are trees such as American elm, red elm, sugar maple, walnut, cherry, and then we have non-native invasive species. These would include autumn olive, bush honeysuckle, Japanese honeysuckle, and tree of heaven. This is how we typically handle timber stand improvement, or TSI. Here I am thinning sugar maples that are competing with the more desirable oak and hickory species in this woodland. Here I'm reaching up, making a cut to drop the small canopy of this tree onto the ground, and then finishing with a stump cut, and finally I spray the stump. Okay, when you're making decisions about which trees to drop and which trees to leave, it's a good idea to take a look around and see if you find any white oaks, red oaks, or black oaks. These are all prized oaks in that order. White oak is the most important oak in the oak hickory woodland. So we've just found a white oak. Some of the things you want to look at are, is this white oak free of competition? It is not. We can see 4 to 5 sugar maples in its canopy. Those sugar maples will grow up, get taller than the oak, shade out the oak, and the oak will slowly die. So this sugar maple is one that we're going to take out of the canopy, so it's no longer competing with this white oak. 2 factors in deciding whether you drop the tree or you girdle the tree are safety and efficiency. In this case, we looked up into the canopy, we found no widowmakers. So this tree is safe to drop. Had it had a widowmaker in it, we'd want to girdle it, spray the girdle, and walk away. But this one we can drop safely. There's nothing that's going to hit it on its way down. So that's what we're going to do right now. I want this tree to fall in this direction. Okay, and on our face cut, we want to cut down on an angle and up on an angle to leave a wide face cut in the tree. We also don't want to take more than 1/4 to 1/3 of the tree in your face cut. You want to leave the middle intact because this is going to have holding wood. When we fell the tree, that holding wood will hold on until the tree snaps off. You need to make sure your escape route is clean. Mine is. You notice that I walked away from the tree on an angle in an appropriate escape path. The inappropriate escape path is right behind the tree, because if this tree were to barber chair, it could snap up and hit me in the chin. If it's on a hill, it could slide off the stump. If we were to make a mistake and end up cutting through the holding wood, it could slide back, slide onto our foot, slide into our chest, a whole bunch of different things that could go wrong. So we want to come out on an angle 45 degrees away from the tree, allow it to fall all the way to the ground, then come back. This is what I mean by holding wood. This has all been cut in my back cut. The front side has been cut with my face cut. When I come forward with my back cut, I stop. I allow the tree to fall by itself. This tree fell down, had holding wood. The holding wood did not tear until that bird's mouth met, but still the wood held on. That's exactly what we want, because then the tree is controlled all the way to the ground. Once it's on the ground, I made a cut through that holding wood and chopped it off so the tree wasn't sitting on the stump as I cut it. So now I'm going to do my stump cut and finish this with a spray. Can't believe it. Made it before it ran out of gas. The most important part of spraying these stumps is to make sure you get the outside edge. The middle doesn't matter as much as the outside edge where the living tissue is.